Hello friends, welcome to a new episode of Drishti IAS Editorial Analysis. In this editorial analysis, we do three things. First of all, we link the editorial to the UPSC syllabus. Secondly, we try to understand the key points of the editorial. And thirdly, if any key concepts have come in the editorial and are important from exam point of view, we also discuss them. So let us begin today's editorial analysis.
Dear viewer, this video is available in Hindi as well. If you wish to watch it, please visit our Hindi YouTube channel, Drishti IAS. For your convenience, the link for this video in Hindi has been provided in the description below.
We have taken today's editorial from the Indian Express and it has come on 28th of August. The title of the editorial is Testing Times and it says that yes, there are challenges, but on balance, deferring G or NEET does not reduce risk and government should work to ensure safety. So now let us look at its linkage with the syllabus. So it links directly with GS paper 2 where we have governance as one of the important areas of the syllabus. Under this, it links with government policies and interventions and also issues relating to development and management of education and human resources. And also because these exams have been postponed already twice because of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has been declared as a disaster by the government. So it also links with GS paper 3 where we have disaster management. So after establishing the linkage with the syllabus, now let us look at its key points. So before moving on to the key points of the editorial, let us understand what the issue is all about. So basically a controversy has erupted over the scheduling of joint entrance examination and the national entrance cum eligibility test. And both these tests are conducted by the National Testing Agency (NTA). The joint entrance examination, it is conducted for admission into IITs and it is to be conducted between September 1 to 6 in multiple shifts. And National Eligibility cum Entrance Test or NEET, which is conducted for admission into MBBS and BDS courses, which is to be conducted on September 13th. And already both these exams have seen 2 rounds of postponement due to COVID-19. Now both these exams are of competitive nature and students often enroll in coaching institutes for preparation, sometimes for more than a year. And due to this controversy surrounding both these entrance exams, it has been sharply divided into a pro-exam lobby and the anti-exam lobby. Now the central government is basically in favor of conducting these exams because otherwise it says that it will lead to loss of an academic year and there will be additional burden for students. While the people who are opposing the exam, they say the students are already facing multiple crises. Natural calamities like floods have caused major damage in many of the states. Then there is also lack of safe transport as public transport has not been allowed by many of the states due to COVID-19. And there is also absence of accommodation near the test centers as many of the students would need to travel long distances to appear in these exams as there are limited centers. Finally, there will also be this fear of infection for the students as well as their family members. And this will also create anxiety in the students. Now conducting this G and NEET amid the pandemic is not easy, but options are limited. Especially the Union Education Ministry has to strike a balance between ensuring physical and emotional well-being of aspirants and also sustaining a merit-based admission process while seeking to limit academic disruption that can happen if this turns out to be a zero academic year. The Union Education Ministry is also saying that the silent majority wants the exam to be conducted. And the evidence it has cited is the overwhelming number of candidates who have downloaded their admit cards within 24 hours of them being made available online. The anti-exam lobby had gone to the court, but the Supreme Court has also declined to interfere with the conduct of NEET and joint entrance examination. Let us just look at the numbers. So NEET has around 3,843 centers in 155 cities and 15.97 lakh candidates appear in it. Whereas for joint entrance examination, there are around 660 centers and it is conducted in 12 shifts and almost 8.5 lakh candidates appear in it. Now one option that has been suggested is using class 12 marks instead of the competitive exams for this year and preparing a merit list based on the class 12 marks scored by the candidates. But this has also been opposed by many quarters as they say that many students focus more on the competitive exams than the board's exam and they will be unfairly penalized by such a change at this hour. Now what are the issues involved in this? So a public exam is not only supposed to test a student's knowledge but also to provide a level playing field to all the students, and this will be difficult at this time because even if the exam is conducted, it will place a unfair burden on the candidates who are coming from rural areas, who are coming from underprivileged backgrounds, and especially female candidates, as they will not be allowed to go far to appear in these exams. So this level playing field criteria may not be applicable this time. Also, the battle against COVID-19 is going to be long drawn. So even if the government goes for a postponement, for how long it can be done without going for a zero academic year. But at the same time, strict maintenance of safety protocols can reduce the risk for the candidates. Also, the third issue is about the zero academic year, because it will not affect just this year's batch, but will have a cascading effect for next few years. And that is why the Union Education Ministry is strictly opposed to declaring this year as zero academic year. So what should be done? So there is a need for innovative solutions. The National Testing Agency, which is the authority which conducts both NEET and JEE, can go ahead with the test. But along with the Education Ministry, it could also work on a second test for this academic year and create additional capacity in colleges for the second semester admissions. So something out of the box needs to be thought of. Also, the ministry could consider increasing the next year's capacity in colleges by almost 20% and reserve it for this year's school leaving batch. So these are some of the ways in which this crisis can be handled, but there is no perfect solution for a problem which nobody could have foreseen. So after this, let us look at some of the key points of the editorial. So the editorial also says that there are challenges, but on balance, deferring of JEE or NEET will not reduce the risk, and government should work to ensure safety. And it says that on August 26th, chief ministers of 7 states have threatened to move the Supreme Court to seek the deferment of NEET and JEE. And this they have said after the court has made it clear last week that it is against putting off these examinations any further. And so far, the government has been unequivocal about the September schedule. That means the Union Education Ministry is very clear that it wants to conduct the exam as per the schedule in September. And the editorial also says that the ministry should not buckle down under pressure. Now, what are the challenges? So the virus has introduced several challenges to the task of holding examinations. And given the fact that the COVID curve continues its upward climb and at different rates in different states, there is no evidence that delaying the exams by weeks or months will reduce the risk. And this is the most important point that the Union Education Ministry has in its favor, that they have postponed the exam twice, but there is no guarantee that any further postponement will actually help in the conduct of these exams, as the situation may get even worse. Secondly, to ensure trust and a level playing field across income groups, an online examination is also challenging to administer. And given the number who take these tests, losing an entire year through a zero academic year is not an option. And this would also have a cascading effect on the next year's admissions. So in short, the editorial says that the test is unavoidable and it needs to be done following the science. And the editorial says that today a lot more is known about the virus than what was known in April, like what precautions are needed from masks to social distancing. So all of this information is now available in the public domain, and this should be utilized by the test conducting authority, which is NTA in this case. And this epidemiological understanding is virtually mainstream now and has informed the lifting of restrictions on a range of activities, like the Election Commission's intention to hold the Bihar Assembly elections, the Delhi government calling for resuming of the metro services, and the airlines planning to expand their services. So all of this shows that we have to start living with the COVID-19 situation, and we cannot just shy away or just wait it to get over. And the editorial says that this logic should drive these examinations as well. But at the same time, care should also be taken to ensure that holding the test now does not diminish the representative character of these institutes, and this will be very important. And the testing authority as well as the Union Education Ministry has to ensure that the social, regional and the gender diversity should be ensured in these exams and the admissions. On its part, the governments have to ensure that the candidates can travel safely and in time to the examination centers, because for lakhs of young men and women, these tests are a passport to their hopes and aspirations, and it is the government's responsibility to ensure that they get all that they need to take the test, and that too safely. So this was all in the key points of the editorial. Now let us look at what kind of questions can be asked in prelims and mains. So in prelims, basically the question that can be asked is about National Testing Agency, which is the authority that has been entrusted with conduction of exams like NEET and joint entrance examination. NEET is conducted for admission into MBBS and BDS courses, while JEE is conducted for admission into IITs and also for other engineering institutions which want to take the JEE marks as their benchmark. In mains, the question can be about the reforms that are needed in conduct of competitive exams while ensuring a level playing field for all the candidates, especially for those who are coming from socially underprivileged backgrounds or the female candidates. So this was all in today's editorial analysis. We'll see you next time with another editorial. Thank you.